Good morning, guys. How are we? It is Saturday. I did my thing where I think about the date. The date. It is Saturday, the 21st of June, and it is officially into week 4 of this prep, which is crazy. Like, by the end of this week into next, it's going to have been a month on prep already, which is just insane to me. We're not going to talk about how I feel about the progress I've made in a month, because I do want this video to be a little bit more of come along with me for the weekend. We know that I am getting my bikini tomorrow. I'm not getting it, but I'm picking it. I have my appointment with Emma tomorrow, which is a day of driving pretty much. It's a road trip. She's about an hour and a half away, so it's not too bad, but it's a 2 hour or so appointment, and obviously having to get your meals in around that. So I wanted to use this week's video as a chance to show how we would prep for something like that, and also take you along tomorrow as well when we do go and see her. So a little bit less on the like, I lost this much weight, I put on this much weight, blah blah blah, but I will touch on it because I did check in this morning, so I will do a quick run through in a little while. And I might also touch on the fact that my plans might have changed for the season. So you might just have to stay tuned to see what that's going to be. And it is why I don't really want to talk about how I feel about the kind of weight and stuff like that has or has not been moving. Things could be changing. It's exciting, it's scary, it's nerve-wracking, but I think it feels right. So yeah, I will sit down a little bit later on. I will check in on my check-in that I did this morning and the week in general. Then I'm going to train. Slower start this morning because I woke up in agony. I'm on, well, day 1 of my cycle now, I think. I'm on like day 0.5 of my cycle, I think. Before that it was like day 35, day 36, I think, and it has been agony. But I think things are starting to move now today, and as a result I'm just like in bits, really bad cramps, very lethargic, very bloated. So checking in was fun, but yeah, I just took a slower morning. I'm at home, I'm not at the apartment today, I'm at like my family home, so I've just been outside with the dogs. I did my client check-ins, had my coffee, just really took some time to myself this morning, and it was really nice. So now it is 11. I'm after having my first meal, so I'm going to wait a little while and then I will make my pre-workout, which is my oats, and then I will be off to train upper, do my cardio and do some posing, because I didn't do my cardio this morning. I do have a bike here, but as I said, I did not feel the best, so I'll just get it done after my session, and the Stairmaster is my preference anyway, as we know. So that is the plan of action for today. Once we train, do all those bits as well and eat a little bit more, I'll go and do my shop as well for the week. Normally that's done on a Sunday, but because of the travel tomorrow and not really knowing when we'll be home, we are going to do it today, and obviously start the prep for tomorrow as well, which I will run through hopefully in this video too, just to show that, like, yes, it might be a little bit of a pain, but it's really not that difficult to be on plan while you're out and about as well. One of the dogs in question. Okay, so let's quickly catch up then on this week. So let's just completely do a 180 of what I said earlier on, where I was like, I won't really talk too much about the weight and the process and blah, blah, blah. Let's just do it. I checked in this morning, so let's do a kind of week 3.5, week 4 update. So it was my second check-in of the week this morning. I will insert the pictures here. Obviously, as I said, it wasn't the greatest experience this morning. My midsection was very sore, I felt very full, couldn't really get a huge amount of control over it, but we checked in anyway, and like, these things could happen. This could happen on show day and still having to pose and take my pictures and do everything as normal is so important to do now, so that if it does happen towards show day, that it's just a thing that I'm like, well, I just have to do it. Like, there's no choice, and I am used to doing it, and I'm used to posing uncomfortable when I don't feel my best. It's fine. So I am obviously glad that I did it, and I was never going to miss a check-in, and I never will, over how I feel. So yeah, anyway, bear that in mind. Also, obviously the check-in location was different today, back where I took all of my check-ins last year for last prep. So it'll be interesting to put them side by side, actually, if I do want to see how I looked 4 weeks in then versus 4 weeks in now, because obviously lighting will be the same, location is the same, stuff like that. But I did use a different scale this morning. Now, actually, it's funny because the scale that we have at home is the exact same brand, the exact same make as the scale that I use in the apartment. But it's Nick's scale in the apartment. And I used to always call that, when I went to his house and I weighed in, it would be my skinny scale, because pretty much any time I weighed on it, I would be lighter than I was at home the following day. And now I can see that it's definitely not a coincidence, because this morning I was 0.9 up, so I was nearly a full kilo up. Now, obviously some of this is going to be actual true weight gain. I would say if I was to weigh in at home, I would probably be at least like 0.5 up, with everything that was going on and all the inflammation. But seeing almost a complete kilo difference was pretty rough. But we're not going to dwell on it. We're not making any changes based on it, and we're just going to see what it looks like tomorrow, now that things are hopefully shifting and changing. Yeah, weight is up today, but overall this week we are down again slightly. I think I'm about 0.2 lighter than my lightest last week, so not a huge amount. It has been at a snail's pace, but again, circumstances weren't ideal. And with the cycle now arriving, hopefully what we see will be a little bit more of a true reflection of where I'm actually at. We did make changes to cardio this week, so I'm now doing 7 days a week of cardio every day, which is fine. It is what it is. I'm doing 25 minutes a day as well. So the quantity has increased and the actual time has increased. Grand. I'm happy to do it because, as I said, I am a little bit concerned about the time that I now have left in this prep, because things might be changing, and things are just changing quickly. Like, the weeks are passing quickly, so I get closer every week, and it's scary and it's nerve-wracking to think that, will I be ready and all that good stuff. But you just have to do what you're being asked to do, and you can't really question that. That's why you have a coach to do it for you. So yeah, food has stayed the exact same, so still in a really good spot, still having 5 meals every day, and I think I will be having 5 meals. That won't ever change, but 5 good meals. Like, still have 85 grams of cereal post-workout, still have a squares bar in, and intra-workout carbs as well. The only no carb meal is my eggs. As I said last week, nothing has changed there. I do have the creamy, obviously, which is lower on the carb side, but that will probably be what gets changed next. So I do have yogurt in that meal, and that will probably get dropped to take the dairy out. But steps also went up as well this week to 12,000, which, to be honest, seems like a lot, but on average, especially the days when I'm in the office, I'll get that anyway really easily. So it's not too bad, and as I said, I want to work. I am willing to do what I need to do to be ready in time, so it's fine. So no changes as of today's check-in. We're gonna let things settle off. We'll touch base again probably tomorrow, and if anything small needs to be tweaked, it can be tweaked, but I am fine to prep my meals as normal for the road. So that is me. Another day of cardio added, a few thousand steps added, and a kilo up. This is prep, everyone. But yes, I am going to get ready to train now, to do all my bits. It'll be a long stint in the gym. I'll probably be there for like nearly 3 hours at this rate, but it's fine. And then eat, get ready to go and do the shop and get prepped for tomorrow. Good evening everyone and welcome to MasterChef. So it is the evening time. I was literally about to look at my wrist with no Fitbit on it because it's dead. It's 8 or something like that, and we have just had Nick had his last meal, I had my second last meal, had a shower. It was the best thing in the world because if you're in Ireland right now you know how hot it is, and the UK I know it's the same, it's even hotter. So everything is very glamorous right now, but all we need to do is prep some food for tomorrow. So I'm literally just going to prep for nearly a full day out of the house. I'm going to bring 3 meals with me. I think that's going to suffice because my appointment is at 12. As I said, it's a 90-minute drive away, so we're going to leave here just before 10:30. And I am training beforehand, so I'm gonna make sure that I have my pre with me. No, not my pre. That wouldn't be any good to me. My post-workout with me, which is just my cereal. And yes, you can prep that, kind of. So I'll get that ready. I am going to have a chicken meal and I'm going to prep some oats as well. So the oats would be my pre-meal, but I am going to be doing my training and my cardio fasted. I might have my squares bar before my training, but I'm definitely going to be doing my cardio fasted now because as of this evening, Mike is on holidays, so he just sent a proper update there. As of this evening, I will be adding in a natural fat burner, fat loss assisting agent, I don't know. Basically we're adding in yohimbine tomorrow, and the idea is that you then will do your cardio fasted in the morning with that. So that is going to be tomorrow. So yeah, I will probably just have the squares bar because I am training legs in the morning and I don't want to be up for hours on end and not have anything in my system doing that. So that's gonna be the plan. So 3 meals needed for being out and about in the car, lots of water as well obviously, and we'll probably pick up some coffee and Monster along the way as well. So I am just heating up the pan at the moment to make some chicken. I would normally do my chicken in the air fryer when I'm batch cooking it, but I'm literally just going to cook what I need for tomorrow and then do the week tomorrow evening when we get back. So training day, I only need 100 grams of chicken for this meal. It's chicken and couscous. So are we done? One of the best things about my plan at the moment is that the majority of my meals are so quick and handy to prep, and it is amazing. Like couscous is such a hack. You boil up some water, you put it in a bowl, and then you leave it for 5 minutes covered and it's cooked. It's amazing, it's great. So that's what I will be having with this chicken, which I'm just going to spray the pan with my firelight now and cook that up. So have to turn that off because it got very noisy in here very quickly. But that chicken is all cooked now. This is my 3rd time trying to say that sentence because I used a little bit too much of this chili and garlic seasoning and I'm now choking on the air. But this is really good. I don't know, whatever proportions Aldi use in this, it's just great. It's really, really good. Really enjoying it, and I'm not using any other seasonings at the moment. So what I'm also going to do, the couscous is now in the bowl stewing away. What I am going to do is I'm going to add my veg into the pan that my chicken is in because I have stir-fry veg. There we go again, stir-fry veg. Because again, handiest thing in the world. So 50 grams of this in this meal, you can cook it in the same pan. It takes literally 2 minutes. To be honest, most days I will just decant the veg, especially if I'm like prepping for the office or something like that. I will just put it directly into my lunchbox with my couscous, with my chicken, and it defrosts overnight in the fridge anyway, and you're going to heat it up to eat it, so save the time. There is another trick, but since I'm not going to be heating it up tomorrow because I'll be eating it on the go, I am going to cook it now as well. So it is Sunday now, training is done, cardio is done, meal 1.5 eaten, my cereal and my squares bar, and we are about 20 minutes away from Emma's now, just taking a pit stop somewhere up the north. I have no idea where I am, but I don't care. All I care is I got to use the bathroom and I'm getting some Monster because I've spent the entire drive like feeling like I'm cross-eyed because I've only had a cup of coffee today, and for me at 11:30 that is just not enough stimulants or caffeine. So yeah, the drive has been a challenge, but we're nearly there and it's going to be easier now because I will be caffeinated up. The weather has been insane, like all 4 seasons in one day, and the drive, such a challenge. But anyway, we're here, we're ready. I dressed like for the nice weather that we had at home, but it is what it is, it's fine. Let's get back out, let's get some Monster and let's go. I don't know. And we are on another pit stop on the way home. Well, actually we are going to stop off in a big Asda because we are very easily entertained and we want to see if we can get anything nice that you can't get in the shops at home. But another pit stop is required. That was such a good appointment. I did end up getting 2 bikinis this year. Don't talk to me, don't ask me how I'm affording it, but I am doing 3 shows, so I feel like I do want to have the variety this year, and I am over the moon with the 2 suits. Like, one of them is kind of what I was thinking I wanted, the other one completely different and unexpected, and I am so in love with it. I'm so happy. So yeah, I will pop in some clips of ones that may or may not have been chosen. I am going to keep the kind of unexpected one very close to my chest though until show day. So yeah, I am delighted, honestly, so happy with it. Emma's amazing, and it was an amazing, a great successful appointment. So everything is in place now, just have to do the work and make the bikinis look good. And we are back at base. I have never been so happy to be home. I am wrecked, in case you can't tell. About 2 hours, over 2 hours later than planned, because there was a GAM match on in Newry that we didn't know about, and we literally got stuck at around about 4 an hour. Love my life. All because we went and did that trip to Asda, which was my idea, so I don't think I'm ever going to live that down. And what did I get? What did I get? Because let me tell you, it was not worth the time it took. Yesterday I said we were going to be out for 5 hours. It obviously ended up being 7. So this is why you make sure you have enough food on board. And luckily enough, like the 2 meals that I have left for today are light meals, so I won't feel too bad about having them relatively close together. But yeah, this is why you plan and you prepare, because you can never anticipate being stuck at a roundabout for an hour. And after all that, Asda was crap. I used to go to this particular one when I was a kid and I loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I don't know whether or not it's changed or whether or not I've changed. So for all that hassle, I got squares bars, which I couldn't get normally anyway, but I ran out for my post-workout. I got dirty fry seasoning, which sounded really nice. They also had cheesy chip seasoning, which was kind of very intriguing and also terrifying at the same time. Then this is my favorite seasoning ever, New York buffalo. In the Republic, like in Ireland, you can only really get this in Dunn's, and it's like €4. I think it was 150 up there, so that's something. I think, I don't know, I could do the exchange rate and be like, it's the exact same, but it's so nice if you haven't tried. And then, even though I have like 5 other peanut butters on the go at the moment, I got this Manny Life peanut butter. It's like a deep, it says deep roast smooth, so we'll give that a go. It kind of reminds me of like the golden roasted like drizzler. And it is a really nice big tub. and we just got a lime Pepsi Max because it was the only interesting one. They did have cans of the strawberries and cream one, which we do like from time to time. I don't know if any of you guys have tried it. We tried it when we were in Manchester, and they also sell it in Home Savers, which is across the road from us, so we do get it sometimes, so it's not really like a novelty. Whereas we haven't really seen the lime one. We just tried it there. It's quite nice. It's just not very limey, but that's fine for me because I don't really love lime anyway. We got some Tupperware. These were 2 for £1, which is pretty good, and they're a good size. They're not too big, not too small. And then because I'm 8 years old, I picked up 2 of these Disney Mystery Squishmallows, which I thought were £4, but they were actually 6 each. Yeah, yeah, so I'll have to unbox them later on. But yeah, that has been today. I have 4,500 steps left. It is 6:10. Yeah. All my prep for the office tomorrow. Wash up after today. And try and get a start on editing this, but I can also do it on the train on the way up tomorrow morning, which will be fine. I do hope I got a couple of clips in Emma's. I kind of forgot, to be honest, because I was making my decisions, my very hard decisions. But anything I did get, I will pop in, of course. And yeah, I'm gonna go get changed and get out for my steps. Just blitz them out. Hopefully it should take me like half an hour, 40 minutes max. And it's still really nice out, so I'll get it done while it's bright, and then get ready for the week. But yeah, if this is the last time I am talking to you, thank you so much for joining me on this weekend. Obviously sorry that you couldn't see every single part of the bikini process. Emma is very private and she doesn't like to be on camera at all, so I didn't want to get any clips at all where she was in the room, and a lot of the time she was, because she was helping me, you know, fix it, tweak it, see what we could do with different colors, different styles. So yeah, it is very minimal because she is quite private, and that is totally fine. So yeah, I'll pop together what I have, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week for week 5. I was about to say, bet you thought you'd seen the last of me, but you would have seen that there was still some time left on this vlog. Hello, it is Monday. It's Monday evening, and I was just finishing up putting the clips together for this video, and I realized that I started the video by saying I might update you guys on what's changed. Something has changed, plans have changed, very nerve-wracking, very exciting, and proceeded to not touch on it at all because yesterday was such a long day. And like, even just looking back at that clip from yesterday evening, I am wrecked. Today isn't much better, but yeah, God, I looked rough. But I did want to come on and talk about it. I am keeping this change and update quite close to my chest because I am nervous about it, as I've said 100 times in this video. But I do want to let all 50 of you who watch my YouTube in on the secret and in on the excitement of the plan for this season. So as of last week, I want to say, we have changed my plan of action ever so slightly for my season, and it is now starting earlier. So I was supposed to start my season off the 4th of October in the UK at my first open show with Two Bros. I am still going to start my season off with my first open show. It is still going to be NPC, but I am going to be staying in Ireland, and I'm going to be doing Muscle Contest Ireland, which is really exciting. It's a really fucking scary because it's such like a highly regarded show. It's not a pro qualifier, so it's not like as big of a deal as the one in the RDS would have been earlier on this year in May. It's just a regional. They're doing a double whammy, so they're doing a natural, I was about to say national, a naturals, and then they're also doing an open regional as well. on the same day. I think I am happy enough just going into the open. As we know, despite the title of last week's vlog, I am natural, but because I had said I was going to go and do an open show, I think I want to stick with that, and I want to go into the regional. So that is going to be a week ahead of plan, a week ahead of schedule, which is kind of nerve-wracking because, to be honest, we were pushing it to be ready for the 4th of October, I think. Mike won't say those words out loud, but I think he would agree that was the truth. So bringing it forward by 6 days is scary. And I know the most dramatic change isn't going to happen in 6 days. Like, it's, you know, that would have been my peak week anyway. It's still really scary, but it's really exciting. It's going to be a little less stress in terms of, I obviously don't have to fly. I can drive, so I can be in control if my Fiat holds up, because she is wrecking my head right now. I drove to Newry sounding like a boy racer yesterday. For some reason my exhaust is howling at me, so it's very embarrassing. So yeah, if she holds up that long, I'll be able to drive. That will be in my control. My family can come, my friends can come if they want. It's a lot easier than obviously flying to the UK. So yeah, I'm really happy with the decision. It feels right, as I said. When they announced it last week, I was thinking about it overnight, and I was just like, oh, I just need to text Mike and ask him, is this like a straight up no, or is this possible? And we both agreed that we're gonna try. We're gonna put our heads down. We're gonna keep it quite close to our chests. I'm not gonna post about it and be like, 14 weeks out almost, I can't 13 and a half now, I don't know, 14 weeks minus 1 day, I don't know. I'm not going to post about it. I'm not going to shout it from the rooftops. I will obviously, you know, be pinpointing it here and be referencing it on here, but obviously my circle on here is very close and small, so I don't mind talking about it here because it is exciting. It's going to be like American judges, big judges. It'll be really different to what I've experienced, obviously being an open show as well. It's also looking like Bikini probably won't be on until about 7 o'clock at night, which is just completely new for me. My 2 shows last year were very early, so it's going to be a completely new experience, but I am excited about it. So yes, we are still going for 3 shows. There is going to be a big gap between my first and my second. There'll be 3 weeks, no, a month nearly, going from the 28th of September to the 25th of October. So it'll be really nice. I'll have a good runway to hopefully make some changes needed in between shows, and then 2 weeks in between shows until the pro qualifier then. So yeah, a nice extended season, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know why I'm so nervous. It feels really nerve-wracking to be doing muscle contest, but I'm excited. And as I said, it feels right. So I am ready to put in the work, as I said yesterday. And the work is already working. I've officially hit the 53s today, so I am really excited about that, especially considering I am in the midst of my cycle as well, so we will take that. Now I'm going to go officially and sign off and say thank you for watching again. Head home, eat my creamy, which I'm so excited about because it's roasting still, and head to bed, wind down, ready to be up before work tomorrow for training and cardio.